Right now in the United States, why the fascism is so worrying is because the space for public pushback is not there. People are saying, well, where are the Gaza protests now? Well, a lot of people don't want to protest because they get lifted by ICE. And there are protests, but of course the people who are protesting could get lifted. Look at what's happening in LA. People are protesting, and even Democrats are saying, well, don't protest like that, protest like this, a classic. Protest like Martin Luther King protested, forgetting that all the polls show that Martin Luther King was hugely unpopular when he died. White America did not like Martin Luther King. So this bullshit about there's a right way to protest, a correct way, the way to win over the middle. But just on the kind of the regrets, you have Trump supporting farmers saying, well, we didn't know he was going to deport our workforce. We thought it was just violent criminals. And I don't know if you've seen that meme of like, I didn't know he would bite my face, as the woman who voted for the face-biting leopard party, right? Like, this is who he is. And Trump's only ever said two honest things in his entire life. Number one, he said, I could shoot someone on Fifth Avenue and not lose any votes. True. We've seen that with his base. He was convicted for a crime, he was reelected. The other thing he said is, I'm going to come in and I'm going to do vengeance. And he's doing it, right? He's going after all his enemies. And that is a very dangerous place to be in. And look, for people who thought, just to return to the Gaza issue, for people who thought that the policy was going to be different, again, even if you believe Trump is not a hardcore evangelical Zionist in the way that Joe Biden was, the administration is not just Trump, right? He is surrounded by people like Mike Huckabee, his ambassador to Israel, who just came out this week and said, hey, if there's a Palestinian state, it can be in Saudi Arabia, right? That's because all Muslims are the same, and they're all the same. So this is, he got Marco Rubio as his Secretary of State, hardcore, lifelong hawk, pro-Israel, anti-Iran. This is who his administration is. He's got Christian nationalist Pete Hegseth with the Crusader tattoo.
Do you hold out any hope that he could be bribed enough?
I mean, the Qataris gave him a $600 million plane. The Emiratis give him, the Saudis, my favorite. Do you see what the Saudis did when Trump went to Saudi Arabia? They parked a mobile McDonald's van outside his hotel. Like, because Trump refuses to eat foreign food, by the way. When he goes abroad, he only wants to eat like Big Macs and steak. He's paranoid about getting poisoned. He's also a racist, so he doesn't like foreign food, I assume. Like, if I ever become leader of a world nation, which I won't, you could park a mobile Nando's truck outside wherever I'm staying. But the bribery, there is look, that was the argument I heard from a lot of Arab Americans, Palestinian Americans, like, he's transactional, like MBA. But that assumes that those foreign leaders give a shit about the Palestinians, and they don't, right? So if they are bribing him, if they are building Trump golf courses and Trump cities and Trump whatever else it is around the world, they're doing that for their own interests. They're doing that for their own protections. I think the Vietnamese managed to get out of some tariffs by calling Eric or Don or one of the fail sons over to start some business venture.